Hello, Shahir.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm good.
Good, good, good. Yeah, how's your week going?
It is great.
Good, 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 good. Hmm.
Yeah.
How are things going with your with the NGO you work with?
Uh, we can say it is good
Yeah.
because we had a lot of problem in the current week.
Mm.
I am living in Afghanistan, and
Yes.
currently Taliban is the power is
Hmm.
Taliban is in the power here in Afghanistan, and
Yeah.
in this week they made decision on banning of internet in Afghanistan.
Really, that's
And
awful. Sorry to
yeah,
hear that. Yeah.
yeah, it is about 3 days that internet has been banning in 13 provinces,
Right.
including our province where we live,
Yeah.
and all the fiber optic internet, including the DSL internet, has
Yeah.
been banned.
I see.
But fortunately for now, our mobile data is working via SIM
Mm.
card. We activated with high cost via SIM card.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I see.
the unfortunate news is that they send some warning letter to internet service providers, to network internet service provider,
Yeah.
to ban all the
Oh,
to
wow.
don't provide such internet such packages anymore, and
Oh,
give
dear.
them just a 1 week time.
Yeah, I see. I
Yeah,
see. So you've got so you might be able to join next week, but then after that,
I
will it
am
be
not
really
sure.
difficult for you to continue to attend?
Yeah, they're gradually banning all the internet. If
Oh,
it
that's
continue,
awful.
I won't.
Yeah, yeah, oh, that's a shame. I hope you are, if there's some kind of workaround or some way to continue to attend, I hope you're able
Yeah,
to.
you know
Yeah.
the the main reason for banning the internet is girls, because it is about 4 years that girls are not able to attend in the school. They closed
Yeah.
university, they closed the school, they closed even working. We are
Mm,
working online,
awful.
not on site. But the main reason for banning internet is girls, because the Taliban, our government, stated
Mm,
that they work online, they study online, and it is not acceptable for us people.
it's terrible. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I remember teaching a similar sort of thing to what I'm doing now with some students in Afghanistan last year, and it was a similar sort of thing. Like they'd been going to university, but then their education had been just made illegal. So, so I was providing some free IELTS lessons for
Hmm.
a group of women in Afghanistan.
Yeah,
But yeah, I hope you're able to continue to attend. Um,
I
so
hope
just
so.
yeah, to just had somebody join. Hello, is it Lam? Lam?
Yes,
Hi, how are you?
I am great.
Uh,
I feel
you're yeah, good, good, good. You're in Vietnam, I assume?
yes, I'm Vinam.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you for joining the lesson. I was just talking to Shahir there from Afghanistan. So
Oh,
we've got a few people from different parts of the world joining up.
okay.
Um, yeah, so yeah, thank you for joining. So I'll just quickly explain a few things, basically how this class works. So I run a community campaign called Help Hanoi's Homeless, which you can see on
Yes.
the screen now. And we help needy families in Hanoi with things like food, rent, medical bills, and things like this. This lesson is pay what you can afford, so you can pay as much or as little as you like for this lesson. If you're able to make a contribution, the contribution goes directly to my charitable campaign, just to help people who are underprivileged. We're doing these lessons every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 6 to 7 p.m. That's UTC plus 7 or GMT plus 7 which is Hanoi time, Vietnam time. If you do want to make a contribution and you're in Vietnam, you can use the QR code here. And if you are elsewhere in the world, you can use PayPal. So first thing I want to do, if you haven't already, is you can join up to. I'm doing this. I'm carrying out these lessons through the Stax English IELTS Master Course, which is a course I've made. This is a course on Udemy. If you want to join the course free of charge, so that you can study in your own time, there is a link there in the chat box. So you can see it up at the top here. You can click on that, and that will give you a coupon code so that you can get the course free of charge. So you can just click that link, and then you can click enroll now, and it will be free. Anyone who's watching this in the future, because these lessons, of course, are recorded so that people can watch them in their own time. This coupon code may no longer work because it's only going to work for another 24 hours. I will make a new one in future lessons that you can use. So you can use this one. If you type in Stax English IELTS Master Course into Google, it should bring up the course. And if you enter in the coupon code English for Everyone, no spaces, all capitals, and click apply, then it will make it 100% off. That will be a free course, and you can join along. And then when you attend lessons in the future, I can send you links directly to things we'll be studying, including sort of games and videos, vocabulary banks, transcripts, and various other things to help with the lesson. So if you guys want to, if you haven't already, please sign up to the course there.
Can I ask questions? When
Go
I
ahead.
click, I have to copy the coupon and put it and insert it in the coupon box, or I just need to click the enroll.
You should be able to just click it, and if you're on a laptop you should, either way, you should be, whatever device you're on, you should be able to click the link, and it will bring this up with the coupon code already preloaded. If the coupon code isn't preloaded, just go down to enter coupon and just type in English for Everyone, and then you'll be able to get that coupon, and that will entitle you to free access to this course. That's lifetime access. That's not it's not a 30-day trial or anything like that. It's full free lifetime access. So you'll be able to access the course indefinitely. So you can study in your own time. You can practice the things that we're going to practice. You can practice the games and vocabulary and even do some of the writing tasks and things like that in your own time. So thank you for joining up, you guys. What we're going to look at today is we're going to look at an environmental module about wind turbines and their effectiveness. So we'll start off with a quick video about wind turbines. So I'm just going to, I'll kindly ask you just to turn the microphones off while we play this video. And I'll turn mine off too. Let me just put the subtitles on as well. Okay.
A wind turbine is a rotating machine that converts energy from the wind into mechanical energy. If the mechanical energy is used directly by machinery, such as for pumping water, cutting wood, or grinding flour, the machine is called a windmill. If the mechanical energy is instead converted to electricity, the machine may be called a wind turbine generator. The wind turbine's blades are moved by the wind. The blades are connected to a generator which makes electricity using electromagnets, moving wire near a magnet to direct the flow of electricity. It's similar to how a pump pushes water through a pipe. When the generator creates electricity, the electricity is combined with any other wind turbines that may be in the same wind farm. This combined electricity may be used locally or adjusted to match the electricity in the power grid and sent to the power grid. Although wind turbines are a renewable source of energy and don't pollute the environment as a result of generating power, they have an environmental impact. Some people think that wind turbines create a lot of noise and look unappealing. However, wind turbines are placed no closer than 300 meters from residential homes. At that distance, a wind turbine is no louder than an average household air conditioner.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to go through now is we're going to go through the vocabulary bank. Now we can see the transcript just here. Let me just make that a little smaller. So if you're signed up to the course, I'm just going to send you a link that will open up the transcript for you, which is available there. So if you're signed up, then you should be able to access that. And then we have the vocabulary bank here. So we've got 15 words to learn. So I'll send you the link to the vocabulary bank as well. It's in the chat box. Now what I want to do is go through some games. I picked a few out that we can do just to learn the vocabulary. Obviously, there are many more. So if after this lesson you want to try out some other games, you can do on the course. I want to start off with just some simple flashcards. So we can turn our microphones on and we'll try to just explain in our own words what these words mean. So first of all, we have this word unappealing. What do we mean by unappealing?
Unappealing.
It is like it doesn't. It can be neglected by peoples. Like
Yeah.
it is not that big of a problems to be focused on. Like not very essential to people make decisions or have to pay focus on it.
Kind of, yeah. It's when something is unappealing, so this is an adjective. When something is unappealing, we are saying that it's something that doesn't really draw us in, something that we wouldn't be attracted to, we wouldn't really want. So the definition here says somewhat distasteful or unattractive, lacking in charm or allure. So some examples here are the food looked unappealing on the plate, but it was actually quite delicious. Or I find brown an unappealing color in clothes, meaning they don't really like to wear brown clothes. She liked her date, but she found his habit of picking at his nose unappealing. So some synonyms are unattractive or unpleasant, something that's unlikable. So there we go, that's unappealing. Let's try the next one. So next we have turbine. So what is a turbine? Can anyone tell me?
Turbine.
A
What is it?
turbine, it's like a machine that it is like a device that
Yeah,
spin, like its internal components spin to generate something.
yeah, very good. Yeah, yeah. So you're absolutely right. It's something that generates usually electricity. So something that spins and using magnets can produce an electrical current, which can be used to produce electricity. This is an engine driven by a moving fluid, such as water, steam, or air, that pushes against the blades or paddles attached to a central shaft. So in this case, we're talking about a wind turbine. So the wind pushes the blades of the wind turbine, and that moves magnets, which in turn generates electricity. Next, we have a verb, which is rotate.
Rotate.
So what do we mean by rotate? When something rotates, what does it do?
It's like spin. It is like spin.
Yeah, it means, yeah, you're absolutely right. To go around and around, to spin, to revolve around an axis. So we've got some synonyms like revolve, roll, spin, turn. Very good. This is an adjective now, residential.
Residential.
So what do we mean when we describe something as being residential?
It's
People
like
who to a place or area.
Yes,
Live.
related to, yeah, go on. Sorry, Shahir, go ahead.
Yes, I mean they live there or related to a specific area, residential.
Yeah, to related to where people live. So used for residence or living in a place. So a residential hotel is a hotel where people would stay long term and live there rather than sort of staying for a night or two. So when we talk about a residential area, we're talking about a place where people are living, where there are homes. The next word is renewable, another adjective.
Renewable.
So if something is renewable, what do we mean by renewable?
it is like you can able to make it as new.
Yes, yeah. To be able to make something, to use something again and again, or to make something new. Yeah, absolutely. So in this context, we're talking about renewable energy. So it's something that essentially doesn't run out or can be replaced as quickly as it's used up. So able to be revived, regenerated, or restored to an original state or condition. Now, so lam, obviously in Vietnam, we use a lot of bamboo because bamboo is a plant that grows very, very quickly. So you can cut down bamboo, use the wood for various things, construction and numerous other things, and it grows back very quickly. So it's a highly renewable resource. Whereas if you use something like oak or teak, that's less renewable because it takes a very long time to grow back. And if we talk about using things like coal or crude oil or natural gas, those take millions of years to form. So they're not renewable at all, really. Two examples here. As bamboo grows fast, it is a highly renewable resource. And this license is good for 3 years and is not renewable. So once the 3 years is up, that's it. The license is over. Next, we have a verb, pollute.
Pollute.
So what do we mean by pollute? To pollute something.
It is similar to contaminate.
It is indeed, yeah. Contaminate is a synonym of pollute. Shahir, what do you think we mean by pollute?
I mean that I think it is not cleaning of iron or dirty iron.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. When we pollute something, we mix it with something, well, it says it here, dirty or unpleasant or unhealthy, some kind of waste material. So when we pollute a river, we throw litter in there or oil or something that makes the water undrinkable or unlivable for animals. The examples here are the factory emissions pollute the air. The company pollutes or polluted the river by dumping its waste there for years. And here are some synonyms as well: befoul, contaminate, defile, foul, poison, or taint. And the opposite words, the antonyms, would be to clear something or to purify something. Right, very good. Okay. Mechanical.
Mechanical.
Something is described as mechanical. What is it? What do we mean by mechanical action or a mechanical machine?
Something related to mechanic.
Yep, very good. Yep. So it is related to mechanics. And what's the difference between, say, a mechanical machine and an electrical machine? So we know that an electrical machine runs on electricity, but a mechanical machine is different,
like
isn't it?
it runs on fossil fuels.
No, actually, not necessarily. So some mechanical machines may run on fossil fuels, but a bicycle is mechanical because we're talking about kinetic movement. We're talking about parts that move without the use of electricity. So when we're talking about machinery that is moving because one part is moving another part. So when you ride a bicycle, you put your feet on the pedals and you push up and down, which causes the chain to move, which causes the wheels to rotate. This is all mechanical movement. If you are on an electric bike, that's an electrical machine. It's using magnets and various things to create the movement rather than a mechanical machine which moves purely based on the energy that's put in kinetically. So mechanical parts. So the laptop I'm sitting at right now is not mechanical. It's electrical. But if I had a typewriter, that's all mechanical because it relies on me forcibly moving the parts to get the thing to work if I was using a typewriter. Okay. The next word is magnet. So what is a magnet? What is a magnet?
It's like a type of uh, material that attracts some kind of metal, some types of metal.
Yep. Ferrous metals. So a ferrous metal is a metal made from iron. So we are talking about iron and steel or any sort of metal that contains enough iron. So a magnet attracts iron and other materials that are what we call ferrous. Fe being the chemical symbol for iron. So when we describe something as ferrous, it's related to iron. So yeah, so a magnet attracts, draws in, sticks to things made from iron or derived from iron. And if you have two magnets, of course, they have a positive side and a negative side. If you put positive with negative, they attract each other. And if you put positive with positive or negative with negative, they repel each other, so they push away. Next, we have machinery. So what is machinery?
Machinery.
It's a collective noun. How would you describe machinery, Shahir?
Sorry, as you said, collective of machines, a systematic machine that work with each other to do something.
Yes, exactly. Yep. So the definition here on the flashcard isn't amazing, but yes, something collective machines, labor-saving devices, or a synonym could be apparatus. Very good. Next, we have this word impact.
Impact.
Now, that can be a noun or a verb. What do we mean by impact? Either to impact or an impact.
Effect or efficiency on something.
Yes, yeah. It's something that has an effect on something else. It could be a physical impact, like two things colliding together, or it could be a more abstract impact, like societal attitudes towards something having an impact on the way that the society develops. So here's an example of it physically. The impact of the crash was strong enough to shake the building, and that's defining it as the force of two objects or bodies colliding with each other. But as I say, it can also be used more abstractly to talk about the effect that things have on other things. Generator.
Generator.
What is a generator? What does it do?
It's a machine that could produce electricity or converting something to electricity.
That's exactly
Some
right.
power.
Yeah. So most often a generator produces electricity. Strictly speaking, it's something that generates or produces. But yeah, a generator. So if you have a hospital, for example, and that's plugged into the main power grid, and then there's an earthquake and the power grid is cut off, usually they will have generators on hand in the basement that you can fill up with diesel or some other kind of fuel that will keep the lights on and keep the machines running. So like you said, they can convert one fuel into another fuel, so they can convert diesel into electricity. But yeah, something that generates something else, creates, produces, and usually we're talking about electricity. So we had the word magnet earlier. What is an electromagnet?
Electromagnet.
An
It
electromagnet.
is a magnet created by running electricity through it.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah, so it's a magnet which you can kind of switch on or off. And so what you have is an iron bar or core in the middle, or a steel bar or core. Steel, of course, is made from iron. And you can turn it into a magnet by wrapping a wire around it and running electricity through that wire. And so you can turn that on and off. And because of that, you can make things move. So if you have right next to me, just here, I have a desk fan. And that's basically electricity runs into that, which creates 3 different electromagnets, which are constantly switching off and on. And because they're switching off and on, it's causing the blades of the fan to move around and rotate, which then pushes the wind towards me, pushes the air towards me, and cools me down. So a lot of our electrical machines run using electromagnets. All right. Next, we have the word convert.
To change.
Convert.
Yeah, exactly. Just to keep it short and simple, to change something into something else, to transform something into another form, substance, or state. So we can convert the sofa into a bed, and the gas engine converts the gas into electrical power. And there are lots of synonyms for this that go all the way off the flashcard there. But yes, I think the most simple definition there is to change. Next, we have combine. So when we combine something,
Combine.
what do we do?
Combine when we have two things together.
Yep.
Yeah.
When we have 2 things mixed together, or more than 2 things, a plurality of things mixed together. So to bring or join together as into a whole. The examples here, when you make bread, you first combine the flour and the salt. And then it says, we're a number of music students. Sorry, we're combining, that would be the continuous form of combine. We're combining a number of music students from each school to form an all-city concert band. And here are some synonyms, sort of blend, join, merge, mix, unite, bring them together. And if you want some opposite words, some antonyms, we've got some things like separate, or dissolve, or isolate. And last one, we have blade.
Blade.
So what is a blade?
It's like a sheet of metal.
It can be.
is stretch out to make it longer. Then
Yep. Most definitely. Yep. So blade is sort of a stretched out sheet of quite often metal, but you can have blades made of plastic as well. So if you have the blades of a desk fan, that's they're usually made of plastic rather than metal. So it's sort of the cutting part of a knife or a sword or scissors, but it's also the blades of a fan or the blades of a wind turbine. They're designed to be carried through the air. The blades of a fan are designed to cut and push the air forwards. Right, great job, guys. So we're going to try that in the form of a little game here called Guess What. So we're going to have some clues about what word is the correct one. We can have some, we can buy some of these to give us some hints, to give us some help if we need it. We're going to try to guess which is the correct word. So we'll have 3 or more words here on the side. And then we'll have some clues here. So first of all, we have a transitive verb, to cause to revolve around an axis. What does
Rotate
that?
is correct.
Rotate is correct. Well done. Very good. And we've got the synonym turn. Fantastic. Good stuff. Next, we have an adjective, and a related word is domestic. Any idea what we mean? Go on, Lam.
It is residential.
Residential, very good. So yeah, related to the home, related to living, used for residence, a residential hotel. Very good. Next, we have an adjective, and a similar word is distasteful. So when something is distasteful.
Unappealing.
Unappealing, yeah, we don't like it very much. Unpleasant, unappealing. Next, we have a noun, and the definition is a magnet in which an iron or steel core is magnetized. So it's like a magnet you can turn on and off by allowing electricity to flow through the system.
Electromagnet.
An electromagnet, very good. Yep, absolutely. Next, we have a transitive verb, the gas engine, the gas into electrical power.
Maybe convert.
It is, yeah. And in that sentence, it would be converts if we're using the present simple. Yeah, so to transform something. Very good. All right, lots of points there. Good job. All right. Grab a couple of these just to help us out if we need it. This is a noun, the force of 2 objects or bodies colliding with each other. When 2 things crash together, or when one thing influences something else.
Impact.
It's an impact. Yeah, very good. And remember, we can use that as a verb as well. We can say, this will impact that.
I was in doubt because we use usually impact as a verb.
Really, yes, yeah. It can be used. Lots of verbs can be used as nouns. Lots of nouns can be converted into verbs. So yeah, in this case, they can both be used as a verb or a noun. A transitive verb now. The factory emissions the air.
It is pollute.
Pollute is right. Well done. So we can see the image there of the factory producing pollution and polluting the air. Next, we have a noun, an engine driven by a moving fluid such as water, steam, or air that pushes against the blades or paddles attached to a central shaft.
It is a turbine.
Turbine.
It's a turbine, yep. And just a word on pronunciation, it's a hard I there, turbine rather than turbine. Turbine, yep. Next, we have an adjective, and a related word is impersonal. So that's not a great clue. So let's have a few more clues. Something parts, and the definition is consisting of or pertaining to machinery. So we're looking for an adjective here, not a noun.
It is mechanical.
It is mechanical. Yep, very good. Now, the reason there's the related word here is impersonal. It doesn't sound like it's related, but it is. You might describe a relationship that you have with someone as being mechanical because it doesn't feel very personal at all. So you might say this, we just purely work together and we only interact when we need to, and there's no friendliness or anything. It's very impersonal. It's like a mechanical relationship. It's like interacting with a machine. Next, we have a noun, and a synonym is cutting edge. And we don't mean cutting edge as in new. We mean a literal cutting edge, an edge that cuts. Let's take a couple of them away. So we've got blade or turbine. It's blade. Yep, very good. So a big circular saw blade here. Very good. Right. Last level now. And here we have a noun and a picture of a big bulldozer. So bulldozer is an example of what?
A machinery.
Machinery is right. Yep, very good. Machinery. Fantastic. A transitive verb meaning to bring or join together into a whole.
Is combine.
Combine, very good. To combine things together. Next, we have a noun, and a related word is lure, which means to sort of draw something in, to attract something. So it's not a synonym, but it is related.
The word is magnet.
Magnet is right, and we can see an image of a magnet there. Very good. Next, we have a noun, someone or something that generates. Big clue there.
The word is generator.
That's correct. Yep, a generator. Next, we have an adjective, and a related word is renew. So very big clue with the related word there. To use something again and again and again and be able to create more of it.
It is renewable.
Renewable, very good. Fantastic work, you guys. Doing really well, 100% on everything, of course. Now we're going to do one last thing where we're going to use these words in context, okay? So we've learned about the words, the type of words they are, and so on. What we want to do now is just use the correct word in the sentence. So first of all, let me just zoom this in a little bit so that we can see it a bit clearer. When the electricity goes out, the backup something comes on.
Generator.
The backup generator comes on. Very good. The license is good for 3 years and is not
renewable.
Renewable. Very good. She liked her date, but she found his habit of picking at his nose
Unappealing.
unappealing. Very good. When you make bread, you first the flour and the salt combine. Very good. As bamboo grows fast, it is a highly
renewable resource.
Renewable resource. Very good. The factory emissions the air. Polluted the air. Very good. Electricity is generated using a
turbine.
Very good. We can the sofa into a bed. Convert. Very good. The factory was full of different types of
machinery.
Very good. Something parts.
Rotate parts.
One more time, sorry.
Mechanical.
It would be mechanical parts. You could also say machinery parts, but in this case, it's mechanical parts. Cameras recorded the violent of the aircraft with the ground?
Impact.
Impact, very good. Polish will the wood.
Renewable.
Renew.
Renew the wood, very good. I find brown and colour in clothes.
Unappealing.
Unappealing colour in clothes, very good. The food looked on the plate, but it was actually quite delicious.
Would look unappealing.
Unappealing again, yeah, very good. The wheels on the bus go round and round. But what are we saying for go round and round?
Rotate.
Rotate. It's not quite as sing-songy, is it? The wheels on the bus rotate and rotate. Doesn't quite get the same sort of effect. The gas engine, the gas into electrical power.
Converts.
Converts, very good. The company, the river, by dumping its waste there for years.
Polluted.
Polluted, yep, past tense, polluted. Don't attract metals if there is not electricity flowing through them.
Electromagnets don't
Electromagnets don't attract metals, very good. We're a number of music students from each school to form an all-city concert band.
Combining.
Combining, well done for using the correct form of the verb there. Fantastic job, guys. All right, so we've got the vocabulary down now. I'm quite confident we know how to use it. And what we're going to do now is we're going to quickly rewatch the video about wind turbines, and then we're going to go through the reading quiz. So pay close attention to what's being said. We'll listen to it. We'll have a chance to look at the transcript as well, should we need to check our answers.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
My phone charge is over and my phone is going to shut down. For that, I should leave the class. But inshallah, next class I will join.
Yeah, I'll see you on Tuesday then, I hope.
Sorry.
I'll see you next week on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can finish this off on your own when you sign up to the course, okay, Shahir?
Okay, for sure.
All
okay.
right.
Once I sign up, I will finish. Thank you so much. Bye.
No problem at all. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Okay, so let's watch the video again. Now that we know how the vocabulary is supposed to be used. So we'll just mute our microphones.
A wind turbine is a rotating machine that converts energy from the wind into mechanical energy. If the mechanical energy is used directly by machinery, such as for pumping water, cutting wood, or grinding flour, the machine is called a windmill. If the mechanical energy is instead converted to electricity, the machine may be called a wind turbine generator. The wind turbine's blades are moved by the wind. The blades are connected to a generator, which makes electricity using electromagnets, moving wire near a magnet to direct the flow of electricity. It's similar to how a pump pushes water through a pipe. When the generator creates electricity, the electricity is combined with any other wind turbines that may be in the same wind farm. This combined electricity may be used locally or adjusted to match the electricity in the power grid and sent to the power grid. Although wind turbines are a renewable source of energy and don't pollute the environment as a result of generating power, they have an environmental impact. Some people think that wind turbines create a lot of noise and look unappealing. However, wind turbines are placed no closer than 300 meters from residential homes. At that distance, a wind turbine is no louder than an average household air conditioner.
Okay, so what we'll do is on the next page we've got the transcript. So we'll keep that open. And my advice when you're using the Udemy course here is to duplicate the tab and open up the reading quiz, sorry, on one of the tabs, and keep the transcript open on the other one, so you can easily flick between the two without sort of losing your place in the quiz. Just bear with me one moment. Okay, so we'll open up the reading quiz now. We'll go through it and see how well we do. So 7 questions, fairly simple. A windmill is a machine that uses mechanical energy directly. Is that true, false, or not given?
The statement is true.
It is true. Well done. So when we check the answer there, you can actually click here and get an explanation for why that's true. Or if you could choose the wrong answer, you can get an explanation for why you were wrong. Electricity in a wind turbine is created using electromagnets. Is that true, false, or not given?
It is. Yes, it is true.
It is true. Well done. Electricity from wind turbines is always sent to the power grid.
No, the statement is false.
You're quite correct. It says it's, I believe, so what we have there is an example of an absolutism. An absolutism will use words like always, every time, all the time. So usually when we have something that says this always happens 100% of the time, it's usually not true. So yeah, so it says somewhere around here. Yeah, the electricity may be used locally or sent to the power grid. So it could just be used to power one house, or it could be used to be plugged back into the grid. Wind turbines are a renewable source of energy. True, false, or not given?
It is true. Wind turbines.
Yes, it is. Yeah, very good. Wind turbines have no environmental impact at all.
It is true.
It's not true, actually. So do you think it's false or not given? We can have a little look for words like environmental or impact or related words. So we've got it directly here. Although wind turbines are a renewable source of energy and don't pollute the environment as a result of generating power, they have an environmental impact. So what's the answer there?
It is false.
Yes, that's right. It's false. They do have a bit of an environmental impact, not nearly as much as fossil fuels, of course. Everybody thinks wind turbines look ugly. So this is, again, another absolutism. Everybody does this all the time. Is that true?
It is
False?
false.
You're quite correct. It is false. It says some people think wind turbines look unappealing. Wind turbines are about as loud as a hairdryer.
It is false.
So what it says
Oh,
right
it
at the
is
end there
as
is,
loud as an air conditioner.
yeah,
So it's
no
pretty
louder
loud.
than an average household air conditioner. It doesn't really say, is a hairdryer louder than an air conditioner? Is it quieter? We don't really know, and it doesn't say, so it's not given. Right, well done. Very good, very good. All right, we'll do a little bit of paraphrasing now. Okay, so let me just get this ready. Let me see if I can actually access that normally. Okay, so what we're going to do is rewrite the sentence using different words, but keeping the same meaning. So this is a task. Now, if you've signed up to the course, you can actually do this directly on the Stax English IELTS Master Course using this link.
Okay.
And well, what we can do here is we can just go through it together and decide what to do. Now, it's got some instructions here, of course. There's a paraphrasing tool here, which you can click on if you need a bit of help. Now, the idea is that it gives you some help with paraphrasing. We don't just copy and paste, obviously, because we wouldn't learn anything that way. And then we submit our entries. We can look at the example that I've given, and then we can give feedback to other people. So let's start with this one. So when the generator creates electricity, the electricity is combined with any other wind turbines that may be in the same wind farm. So how could we write that? Keep the meaning the same, but use different words or different sentence structure. Now you can write down your answer if you like, or you can just say your answer, whatever you prefer.
The electricity is generated by the wind turbine is combined with any other.
Okay, so the electricity generated by the wind turbine is combined with any other. So it's sounding very similar to the original statement. Is there a way we could maybe change up the words? So maybe we could change generated. What could we say here?
Converted from
converted wouldn't work because we're not converting it at this stage. We're generating it. So we could say the electricity. Any idea?
can be I don't think of any words.
What about produced? We could try the electricity produced by the wind turbine. Oh, I've lost it somehow. Hold on. So let's try that one. So the electricity produced by the wind turbine. Now, we don't usually, just so you know, we don't usually change nouns. We definitely don't change proper nouns, but we don't usually change nouns. So there's no need to try to change wind turbine. You get some people trying to change it to windmill, which is inaccurate because a windmill is a different piece of apparatus. So the electricity produced by the wind turbine, what does it do?
Is merged with
merged. Yep. With any, I keep typing Q by accident. With any
others. Generator wind turbines.
We don't have to, yep, with any other wind turbines. I've written it twice. Sorry, long day today. With any other wind turbines
in the same wind farm.
Yep, in the same wind farm. Yep, very good. So that's means the same thing. We paraphrased it quite well. Now, one way that I would say is a good way to paraphrase things is to read the sentence and then cover it up like that, and then try to think about what it was actually saying and write it down in your own way, and then show it again and see if what you've said has kept all of the relevant information. Let's try this next one. So the blades are connected to a generator, which makes electricity using electromagnets. Moving wire near a magnet to direct the flow of electricity. Now, this bit here where we have a hyphen, this bit is describing what an electromagnet is. So just bear that in mind when we paraphrase this.
The blades are linked to a
Good.
generator.
That's great. Yep, the blades are linked to a generator. Yep, we don't need to change the nouns very often.
Making electricity.
Making electricity. Yep.
Using electromagnets.
Yep. Now maybe we could change using making electricity through the use of electromagnets. Yep. Just playing around with different ways to express it. And then we could have a semicolon, and now we just need to explain how an electromagnet works.
Mobile wire? No. Should be.
We could even break it into another sentence. So we could say, these electromagnets work by, if we want to simplify it a bit.
Mobilizing the wire.
I think mobilizing does mean moving, but I think we're kind of overcomplicating it there. So I think we could just keep it with moving. Yeah, we don't have to overdo it. Moving is simple and explains what we have. Mobilizing the wire just sounds a bit. We usually say mobilize when we talk about like mobilizing an army or something like that, or mobilizing a fleet of vehicles. So mobilizing a wire just sounds a bit strange. So we can just keep it as moving by moving wire. Yeah. And instead of near, we could maybe say
yeah.
Try maybe close to a magnet.
To to direct should be used.
Now, the flow of electricity. Do you know any other terms for flow of electricity?
Electricity current.
Yes, there we go. The electrical current. And that's absolutely fine. The blades are linked to a generator, making electricity through the use of electromagnets. These electromagnets work by moving wire close to a magnet to direct the electrical current. Those two sentences, I think, actually simplify this quite a bit and make it more easy to understand. That's good. Some people think that wind turbines create a lot of noise and look unappealing.
People should be used as.
Say that again. Sorry, I misheard you there.
I would use some opinion.
Okay, so rather than saying some opinions, you could say some people are of the opinion that
wind turbines make a lot of noise.
Now, when we say make a lot of noise, why don't we try using an adjective instead of the verb make? If something makes a lot of noise, it is what?
It is noisy.
Noisy. So we could say wind turbines are noisy.
And
Yep. And
affect the looking of the scene. Or
okay, let's say instead of the looking of the scene, let's say aesthetics of the landscape. So that would be a really good way. Affect the, it's definitely more advanced English than look unappealing. Affect the aesthetics of the landscape, meaning that when we look across at the scenery, the landscape, some people think, oh, trees, 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 rivers, mountains, and then they see wind turbines and they think, oh, that's ugly. If we wanted to make it simpler, we could say, and look ugly. So it depends on what we want to do. The common mistake people make when paraphrasing is trying to make things more complicated than they need to be. You don't always need to do that. Sometimes you might want to simplify a sentence and make it clearer and simpler. Other times you want to make it more succinct, so shorter and punchier. And other times you might want to make it more advanced. You might want to use more accurate language that encompasses more nuance into it, more information in a shorter space. So let's have a look at some of the examples here quickly. So when electricity is produced by the generator, it is integrated with the output of other wind turbines that may exist within the same wind farm. The generator produces electricity through the use of electromagnets, which operate by moving a wire near a magnet to control the flow of electrical current. That's almost the same as what we just wrote, isn't it? There are individuals who believe that wind turbines cause excessive noise and have an unsightly appearance. So when you do that on the Stax English IELTS Master Course, you can actually look at other people's submissions, and you can give them a bit of feedback, tell them whether you think it's good or whether it's could do with some improvement. And people will give you feedback as well. You'll get feedback from other people who will tell you what they think of it. So you can actually practice that yourself. Again, just before we finish, I'll just quickly remind you that you can sign up for the Stax English IELTS Master Course free of charge just here by using the coupon code English for everyone. That's available for one more day, so it finishes on the 19th of September. You've signed up already?
Yes, I've done it simultaneously when you.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Fantastic. That's great to hear. So I'm glad about that. Now, just to round this off for anybody who's watching, who isn't in the Zoom room, who's watching online or anything else, this lesson is free. If you do want to make a contribution, you can pay via bank transfer if you're in Vietnam using the QR code just down here or the account number here. And if you're outside of Vietnam, you can make a contribution using PayPal at ax.english.tutoring@gmail.com. So all of the funds collected from these lessons will be used to support needy people in Hanoi. So we're talking about homeless people, we're talking about sick people, sick children, the elderly, people who are struggling to pay their medical bills, people who are living on the streets, people who are in food poverty. So we try to do as much as we can through my charitable campaign, Help Hanoi's Homeless. You can look us up on Facebook and the group. We go out 3 times a week to help sick people, to help the homeless. We also help local children's homes around Vietnam. And we do a monthly blood drive and lots of other things as well. So we're trying to raise funds basically just to help the underprivileged within Hanoi. That's why I'm doing these lessons. If you're able to contribute anything at all, it will all be appreciated. and will be used, 100% of the donation will be used to help people who are living in poverty. So, okay, Lam, so thank you very much for joining the lesson today. Be sure to let your friends know. If you have friends who are who are at a similar level of English as you are, please let them know to come and join. Like I say, you can pay whatever you can afford. If you can't afford anything, that's okay too. You can still join. If you can afford to throw in a little bit, every little bit helps. Okay. Before we finish, is there anything I can go over with you or any questions you have for me?
Currently, I don't have any questions.
Okay. All right, Lamp. Well, thank you for joining today. And thank you to everyone who joined on the live stream. And we'll continue again on on Monday at 6 p.m. That's UTC +7, which is Hanoi time. And then we'll continue on Tuesday and Thursday as well. Our next lesson will be on wind turbines again. We will be doing the vocabulary. We'll review the vocabulary, and then we will do some speaking. We'll get a lot of chance to do a lot of speaking and a lot of conversation practice, okay? All right, so I'll see you again next week. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Goodbye, Lam. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, guys.
Forgive you for your help.
No problem at all. No problem at all. All right, you take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.